Welcome to our mock interview pro video tailored for aspiring probation officers. Today, we're diving into some key questions you might face in an interview and how you can tackle them with confidence. Let's kick things off with a scenario that tests your conflict resolution skills. Can you share an experience where you managed a conflict between a probationer and a victim? How did you approach the situation? This question is asked to see how well you can handle tense situations and work towards resolutions that benefit all parties involved. Here are some strategies to keep in mind when answering this question. Maintain a calm and neutral demeanor while explaining the situation. Use active listening skills to understand the perspectives of both parties. Facilitate open communication and dialogue. Propose a fair solution that respects the needs of both the victim and the probationer. Remember to document the incident and follow up to ensure the resolution is working. Now, let's look at a sample response that uses these strategies effectively.
Once I dealt with a case where a probationer was accused of harassment. I arranged a meeting in a safe environment where both could express their views. By actively listening and encouraging open dialogue, we reached a compromise. The probationer apologized and committed to attending counseling, which the victim appreciated.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for probation officer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you give an example of how you manage your caseload efficiently, especially when handling multiple probationers? This question aims to assess your organizational and time management skills, crucial for handling multiple cases effectively. Let's explore some tips to craft a strong response. Prioritize cases based on risk assessment and needs. Use a case management system to track each probationer's progress. Schedule regular check-ins and keep an organized calendar. Create personalized plans catering to each probationer's unique needs. Work with community resources for additional support. Here's an example answer that demonstrates effective caseload management.
In my last position, I prioritized my cases by evaluating each probationer's risk level. I utilized a case management system to monitor progress and scheduled regular check-ins, ensuring I stayed on top of each case and addressed issues promptly.
Describe a time when you had to deliver difficult news to a probationer or their family. How did you handle it? This question tests your communication skills, particularly how you handle sensitive situations with empathy and clarity. Here are some strategies for handling this kind of question. Choose a specific example that showcases your communication skills. Focus on delivering the difficult message with sensitivity. Outline the context and emotional state of the recipient. Ensure understanding and offer support. Reflect on the outcome and any follow-up actions you took. Let's dive into an example answer that illustrates these points well.
In a previous role, I had to inform a probationer's family about a serious violation. I arranged a private meeting to ensure confidentiality, communicated calmly, and used clear language to explain the situation. I acknowledged their emotions and offered support resources, helping them process the information and move forward.
Imagine a probationer has been arrested for a new offense. How would you address the situation? This question evaluates your crisis management skills and your ability to take appropriate actions in high-pressure situations. Let's look at some key steps to consider when responding. Assess the severity of the new offense. Gather all relevant details from law enforcement. Communicate with the probationer to get their perspective. Review the terms of probation and check for any violations. Consult with a supervisor to decide on the next steps. Here's how you might answer this question using a structured approach.
In such situations, I would first assess the gravity of the new offense, then contact law enforcement for details and speak with the probationer to hear their side. Once I've gathered all the information, I'd evaluate their probation terms for any violations and consult with my supervisor to determine the best course of action.
If you suspect a probationer is violating their probation terms, What steps would you take? This question assesses your decision-making skills and ability to handle potential violations responsibly. Consider these steps when formulating your response. Gather comprehensive information about the probationer's case. Record any observations indicating a violation. Discuss your concerns with your supervision team. Arrange a meeting with the probationer to discuss your observations. Establish protocols for reporting the suspected violation. Let's look at an example that demonstrates a thoughtful approach.
Initially, I would review the probationer's file and document specific instances suggesting a violation. I would then consult with my supervisor to get their input before discussing my concerns directly with the probationer in a one-on-one meeting.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.